This is a story of ingenuity, stick-to-itiveness, and breaking the fun meter. It all started on a commercial salmon fishing boat in the Bering Sea in 1991. 22-year-old Captain Barry Barr finally had enough of losing his hats in the wind when his big idea surfaced. He rummaged through his bag, pulled out a pair of adventure sandals, cut off the webbing, and started formulating the concept of the original KAVU Strapcap. The prototype was made from sandal webbing and fishing line. After the fishing season and back in Seattle, Barry got to work. He hit the yellow pages and started calling fabric shops and sewers. Most were independent sewers working out of their garage. Serendipitously, Seattle was a hot spot for sewers due to several booming local backpack brands. The city was littered with talented sewers and heavy double needle machines. This environment was purpose-built for the rigors of backpack construction, perfect for a young captain trying to make the world's toughest hat. The Strapcap design and construction. While visiting factories, Barry met Mr. Hong in his small corner shop with 3 sewing machines. Lots of enthusiasm and hand sketches were no match for their language barrier. Mr. Hong and Barry worked for months to tweak the construction of the 4-panel design. Trial and error led them to bias cut the flat fabric to allow the curvature needed for a perfect fit. Hard cardboard was industry standard for hat visors, but this wasn't good enough for the outdoors. Barry sourced custom polyurethane cut to shape. However, attaching canvas to this new material proved far more difficult than anticipated. They tried stitching, then industrial superglue, and eventually brought a heat press machine, and it worked flawlessly. That heat press machine is still used to this day, 30 years later. Standard hats have several common points of failure: fray around the visor and fabric splitting along the panels. Barry sourced 1 1/4 inch taping to enforce the visor edge. This black taping is a signature on all strap caps. Combating panel split is far more difficult. The factory borrowed a technique from backpack construction and used 3/4 inch gross grain ribbon to cover the split panel seams on the inside of the crown. Splitting this seam on a bias is a physical and time-consuming task that requires expert technique. For the first 20 years of KAVU, there was only 1 sewer who could do this on every single strap cap. She earned enough money to put her kids through college, retire, and move back to her native Cambodia and buy a cashew farm. She is living KAVU days. There's patterned nylon tubular webbing. That's 4,000-pound test. There's 5 bar tacks holding that webbing to the hat that are 44 stitches each. There's a Cool Max sweatband in the front to keep the sweat out of your eyes. And this hat comes in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. And it's also adjustable. In the back, there's a tri-glide buckle and D-ring. Every KAVU strap cap for 3 decades has been made by Mr. Hong and his family in the same factory in Seattle. KAVU does things differently by design. It's not about being the biggest. It's about being the best, doing the right thing, and having the most fun. It's no surprise that Barry and Mr. Hong have a deep relationship built from decades of mutual trust and support. The strap cap is the original KAVU product. It debuted in 1993. Here at KAVU, we like to say, ask your dad or ask your mom, because these hats last for decades. Handcrafted in Seattle for over 30 years, that's the Organic Strapcap.